Right, so like I'm really keen and avid and love talking about relationships and love, and I think it's super important in our lives. I think it's something that kind of actually makes life worth living. You know what I'm saying? Having relationships and love. Do you think receiving love is kind of scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I have put myself in uncomfortable situations running away from love.
Hmm.
So like I was it's so funny that you asked me that. I was thinking to myself about like there's a part of my book where basically I talk about how being a side chick made me a better girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I would love to hear about
And
this.
I was running away from love because I was hurt.
Uh,
And so I ran so far away from love. I met a person who was like also running away from love or was in a situation that
yeah.
at the time they just told me they were in an open relationship. And I said, okay. Well, first they said they weren't in a relationship. Then they said they were in an open one when things happened. And then I find out that it wasn't open, it ended up being closed. But I was with the person for 5 years. And I was running away from love. So I was like putting myself in a position where, I had spent lots of money just making sure I'm in like this, a nice space, a nice neutral space. Cause I don't want nobody coming to my damn house
Yeah.
or my mom's house or wherever I'm at, like wherever I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Or was, because I'm always moving, but I don't want someone coming to where I lay my head at.
Right.
So I want to have, like, if somebody follows, and so I was spending money. I racked up a whole bunch of hotel points and this for this creeping situation to happen. But I was like running away from love because it was like, it hurt me so bad
Hmm.
that I didn't want to be with another person again. So I put myself in a position where I was like, it was a convenience, which we talk about, earlier in the live. It was a situation of convenience and not benevolence. And so for this person, being with me was a situation of convenience for them because they don't have to deal with the noise and the issues at home. And for me, it was convenient because I don't have to emotionally attach. And remember, like, when the guy called on the last live, he was like, yeah, you just ghosted me. You just ghost me for
Right.
weeks at a time. And that was me also running away from love. That was during that same consecutive time, me being a side chick. And it made me run away from it. Like, I just was like, you even said yourself, like, I see that could have been some potential there, but nobody really had the conversation. I ran away from it. Right. And so being on this situation of a side chick for 5 years, being second, or having to wait for somebody to do this, or even though I saw this person like 40 hours a week, 30 hours a week, 20 hours a week, and then I would just ghost them. I separate from them when I just don't want to deal with it anymore, right?
Right.
But the conversations that we would have, one, this person's pillow talking with me. So you're pillow talking with me and you're telling me about what you're not liking in your relationship, where you're unhappy, instead of talking to your partner about it,
Yeah.
right? But also me explaining from the perspective of a woman why this person is not in a wrong or things to consider. And this person then explaining to me about their situation as a man and articulating things. It made me understand that communication is important, which is why I feel like I'm a better partner um, now. But I feel like I run so far, people run so far away from love because that permanence is
It's scary.
it's scary because what if somebody fucks up, you know, or what if you love somebody then they die,
Right.
or what if it's just like
I think sometimes when you're afraid of love or you're afraid of receiving love, that um, your tolerance levels are so low, like you won't tolerate shit. You know what I mean? So as soon as the first thing happens, the first hiccup, you're gone. You're running.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because like you've been receiving love from this person, and it's been weird. It's been scary for you because you're not used to it. And then as soon as they make a mistake, it's like, oh,
you jump on it,
yeah, I'm out.
and you obsess over, right, you obsess over the same mistake over and over again,
Yeah,
and you're like, not this is one thing, and even if it's repetitive, is it damaging?
yeah,
I'm gonna hyper focus on this because this person's doing everything else right. because I'm afraid to be in love. I'm afraid to be loved. Afraid to be cared for. This person's being too nice. You know, oh my gosh, why are they being so nice? Kind of thing.
100%. I think past traumas are a big, huge part of that. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes people self-sabotage because of that. They just like, man, this is weird and this is different. And I don't know if it's genuine because they've never felt anything genuine before. Or maybe they have and it
when
failed.
They're in.
Yeah.
Might have been one-sided.
Yeah,
you know?
It could have been one-sided. And then I think people get used to like just being used. Mm-hmm. I think people get used to being used so much that they're just expecting something negative to go wrong.
Yeah, and that makes sense. So like I never ever have my partner on camera or anything like that. Like, you know, he won't be on here. He's not on my like a lot of my stuff. He's not tagged or anything on a lot of my stuff for a very important reason. But we were talking about that, and he came from a background of like abusive things, and he invested a lot into people, and he's lost a lot as a result. So seeing me be in a relationship or being in the relationship with him, you know, investing time or taking time to talk things out or trying to, which ties back into how that made me a better person, but like kind of trying to talk things out and get that out there because I want you to understand this is a safe space. But one thing that people don't understand is that not only are you, when you are afraid of love, that you self-sabotage, but if you've been in an abusive situation, you're not just afraid of love. You also pick up habits. You pick up habits in that unhealthy relationship to send back as defensive technique to your partner. So when you get in a person who's not abusive, you're still trying to apply these manipulative tactics or these, you know, different techniques to your part. You know what I'm saying? Right, to your partner subconsciously. It's not even a conscious thing.
Yeah, it's not even something that you're trying to like initiate just because, you know what I mean? It's just like you're doing it on reflex, on muscle memory.
Right, because that person did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And it feels like, and your partner should never be competition. Your partner should never be like a adversary.
Y'all shouldn't be battling each other.
Right.
It shouldn't be a battle of a sexist type drive in a relationship.
Right. It should be you against the world. And I think in a lot of times when we're feeling, when people are afraid of it, of the seriousness, I think they ramp up on the self-sabotage or overkill like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Do you feel like